Hey folks, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here today. Um, Invisible, you were talking about uh, hearing Paula's voice when she types something in chat. Well, guess what? You won't have to hear her voice in your mind because she's sitting right next to me.
Hello.
Hey Paula, what's going on?
Hello.
So this is kind of just a little impromptu kind of dig into the coins. And again, as many of you know, I've been trying for a long time to kind of get back into looking at the coins and checking out things at a coin scope and making sure that I have checking out things at a coin scope that I need to look at, and just kind of going through this. Unfortunately, I had issues with mine where I wasn't able to kind of look at coins anymore. The colors were all jacked up. The light balance would change when I would move back and forth. And then after a while, it stopped doing it. Everything was always washed out. So I completely got rid of my scope and haven't touched my scope for, oh, good grief. It's been months, almost a year probably since I've done anything with that scope. So I did pick up a new one, and I'm going to be looking through. And again, practice makes perfect. In order to get familiar with looking at the stuff, you have to do it. And so one of the things that I'm going to be doing is kind of going through more. One of the things that I'm going to be doing to make sure that I am tracking these items and making sure that I stay on top of this stuff. I'm looking at something, so I apologize. I have my cameras in my way, so let me move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. That out of the way. Close that. Okay, so you can see me.
Hey, everybody.
Amy, what's going on? Good to see you.
Hey.
Freaking awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that out and throwing that over there. Much appreciated. Definitely appreciate you. Invisible, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. Let's see what else we got going on. I got to finish setting up a couple small things. All right. I think we're just about ready to fire this off. I'll go back through and say hi to everybody. What's up, Nana? Good to see you. How you doing, Neil? Remy, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I've got two different chats open, so you're going to be seeing me read. If you're seeing something and you can't find something, you're trying to figure out where it's coming from, it's because I have two different chats. There's one vertical and then there's one horizontal. Kendra, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys coming in.
Oh, I should open up the chat.
You can go ahead and do that. So what I've pulled tonight is a 1963 roll. And the roll was supposed to be just straight 1963. And it's in one of these, and I know you can't see that very well. It was in one of these little hard containers where you heat shrink it over it. And so both of the ends were 1963. So I thought that this was going to just be a 1963 roll, not a big deal. Put it up there, and then I open it up and I find a couple 1963Ds. So obviously somebody didn't have enough of the 1963s and then mixed this roll. We're going to be looking at some coins. Kendra, we're going to be looking at the 1963 Lincoln cent. We're going to be looking at varieties. We're going to be looking at the mint mark. We're going to be looking for like what's Paul is showing. And it's very hard to see, but if you see inside that little 3, and I've got something else that comes up, and I'm going to show you guys this. This is the copper coins listing. The copper coins listing, you'll see this number 1 here, and this element right here, and for the vertical stream, it's on the bottom. That element there is DDO number 1. It is FS 101. This is a really nice one. And again, I can bring that up and show you some better quality photos. So what you're going to see is you're going to see the coin. Now, for instance, you'll see the coin up here in the upper right-hand corner, and then you'll see the copper coins listing down below. So as we look for something, as we find something, if we stumble across something, I'm going to be showing you exactly how we're attributing it. I'm going to walk you through exactly what to look for, exactly how to pull stuff up on the Copper Coins website. We'll also be looking at Variety Vista. And if we have time, we'll go check out Wexler's as well. But if I can verify it on one or two, then we're good to go. So this is kind of how things are going to be running tonight. Now, Paula is, I'm streaming two different ways. So Paula can't see the coin. So there's going to be a slight delay. So we're in no hurry. Today, we're just going to be chatting, kind of talking about stuff. And then as we find the coins or as there's questions in chat, then we can answer those questions. Are there any questions before we begin? Hopefully not, but if there are, then we can go ahead and do so. If you're looking to follow along, if you're in a situation where you have a computer and you want to do multiple screens, when I'm looking at the 1963 Denver, this is the link that I'm going to be using. That's a direct search to Copper Coins. This is actually for all the 1963 Ds. And then if I get over to the 1960s, when we get ready to get to that, or the 1960 Philadelphia, I will change, I'll drop that link in there. And then if you guys want to follow along on Copper Coins as well, you can do that at your leisure. All right, so this is the first coin. Again, we're going to be looking at a couple different elements here. The first thing that I'm going to do, and I'm going to pull up something, I'm going to shift a couple of things around to make it easier for me. Need to do something really fast. All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the mint marks. Now, I'm going to start and work counterclockwise around the coin. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for any thickness. As you've seen, there was the item there on Paula's where there's that little element in the 3. Obviously, this one doesn't have it. We're going to be looking for any doubling in the letters. I'm going to be looking at the bow tie inside the outside of the ear. I'm going to move to the eye. There's a lot of doubling in 63 and 63D in the eye. So we'll be looking at the eye, and then we'll kind of focus on the T in trust. There's a couple really good DDOs here. We'll be focusing kind of on that and then just looking at the rest of the coin. Now, one of the things that Paul indicated at the very beginning was that there were a lot of little bar L's. Now, the bar L's in this particular case are going to be underneath. You're going to see some additional material underneath the L. And you'll see that I'm going to be rotating the coins. I'm going to try and do it a little bit slower than normal so that I don't give you guys, make you guys seasick by, moving the coins around. It drives me nuts when people move the coins like that.
I think there's one or two with the little extra metal above the L too.
Okay. And then I'm going to be shifting, still working on some light setups. And if I have too much glare like you see here, you'll see that I'll be shifting the light a little bit, bringing it up and down. So just bear with me as we kind of go through there. All right, so in this one, again, the stuff that's above that, there's just something on the coin that's not actually anything there. Like there's some additional metal, but it's not. It's probably some glue or something that came from the holder. Yeah, yeah, it's exactly right. You'll see some more there. Again, this is most likely some of the plastic or something that came off of that piece. My mom's in chat. What's up, Mom? How you doing?
Joey.
Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So we don't see anything on the obverse of this one. And again, folks, we're going to be going through this very slowly. We're not in any rush. If there are questions, people see stuff, they want to understand what it is that they're seeing, what we're looking at. I want to be sure to make sure that we kind of explain what's going on. You can see that little piece of metal there, that little die chip that's happening on that final column there. Nothing in the serifs. And again, I'm going slow. It's nice when you're looking at coins and you're really good at knowing things. If you're watching copper coins or you're watching other people search, they're moving the coin around really, really fast. What I want to do is I want to go
Well,
a little bit slower. And what's up, Copper Owl? Good day. How are you? I want to go a little bit slower. Again, the purpose for this is one, to reorient myself, right? I haven't been looking at coins for quite some time. So I need to make sure that I'm looking at the things carefully. But
that's a
I
good light angle
right there?
that you just put on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
a good.
Yeah, it actually doesn't have any of the reflection. It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
And so I don't see anything here, so we're going to put that one aside. And again, there's about maybe 13 or 14 Denvers, and then we'll be switching over just to straight 1963 Philadelphia's. Yeah, let's get back over here. Adjust this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Not seeing anything there. What's been going on, Paula? How are you?
I'm okay.
Anything new and exciting with the kiddos?
Not a thing. My daughter and her family moved to Idaho today, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But
Where are they moving to in Idaho?
around Boise,
Boise.
yeah. So, but she'll be close to her sister, her sister is the one, my stepdaughter, that had the boating accident. So, yeah, it's going to be good for them, I think. Her husband got a construction job, and so yeah, I mean, it sucks for me, but hey, Jack Riley.
What's up, Jack? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. The lighting you're going to have to see because I'm using directional lighting. It's only coming from one area instead of a couple of different ones. So you'll see me rotate the coin. The reason that I rotate the coin is because if you're looking at coins through a scope, the one thing you want to make sure you're not getting is you're not seeing like the refraction of the light. That will make you believe that there's something there when there's actually nothing there. So if you rotate the coin periodically, when you're looking at mint marks or things like that to see serifs, you'll see that in certain positions, they just show up a little bit better. And so frequently rotate your coin. Look at stuff, especially like when we're looking at the eyes. Rotate your coin. Make sure you see those things. And then if you think you see something, it's always good. I have my loop here handy. It's
Yep.
always good to look at a loop and verify it through loop. Not seeing any serifs. And yes, I know that it's upside down.
The older, less people care about you. Well, yeah, I don't think they don't care about me. I think they don't. They're supposed to go away and have their own lives. So
Well, and it's also biblical,
yeah,
right?
they're
And they
supposed
say,
to leave their mothers.
leave your mother and your father. They're supposed to strike out on their own. One thing that I always complained about was that, and this was with my ex, one thing that I always complained is they were like, welcome to the family. And it's like, well, I'm really not a part of your family. I'm starting my own. And that was a very hard concept for them to get. But I wasn't joining their family. I was starting my own family, which
Yeah,
meant that I was striking out on my own and wanting to have kids and do that kind of stuff. And so it's important that, yes, you can welcome people into your family, but they don't become your family. When that happens at that age, you become your own family. Let's try to sharpen this up a little
thank
bit.
you, Kay. I really appreciate that. That means so much to me. It really does. Thank you. Yeah, Jamie's doing amazing. She's doing amazing. So she is a superstar for sure. and all the prayers and all the support. Do you know that her GoFundMe, she got almost $10,000 in donations on her GoFundMe.
That's outstanding. She's going to need it with all the
Oh
surgeries and the
boy, is she.
stuff.
She won't be back to work for a long time, but
Yeah.
that I could not believe that. I mean, people in like in in my community, like people on here and the prayers that I got, like I can't tell people how much I can't tell you enough how much that means to me. Everybody who knows me knows. But I had people on come out and donate to her from Facebook that I only talk to on Facebook. Like yeah, it's just amazing. I mean, yeah. Um, anyway, it's hard for me to talk about because it makes me want to cry. But
Oh, I get
I
you.
mean, yeah. So, and you know what's funny is that there were people that donated to her that she didn't know, nobody knew. So I think there are people that donate to certain GoFundMe things, like that's their mission. Do you know anything about that? Have you ever heard about that?
So I know that there are groups that will monitor these things, and then you can select, especially from Facebook, you can select that you want to do something and submit it. They give you
Really?
based off of, yeah, if you have surgical needs or loss of limb or something like that,
Yeah,
and then you can go find those particular charities, and if you want to donate, then you can donate accordingly.
that's
There
crazy.
Yeah, there are a number of those things that are out there, and there's a lot of generous people.
Oh, there sure are.
What's cool about what's going on with your daughter is that there's no ask back. It's not like somebody saying, "Hey, I'll do this for you, but I need you to call out my channel or I need you to do stuff
Exactly.
like," right? There's none of that kind of stuff, and
Mm-mm.
that's been really good because there have been people who unfortunately have abused the kindness in the various communities by making it about their channel instead of the person who needs the help. But I hadn't seen any of that with your daughter. That was
Well,
great.
I really so I anyway, I kind of kept it like I didn't like I don't even know that her GoFundMe was posted anywhere on YouTube. I tried to keep it kind of off of that, off, like with the Wounded Warrior and all the other charities, you know what I mean? Like anyway, I kind of kept it off of YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, but I did ask for prayers from the people on YouTube because I knew for a fact that they always come through with that. So for sure, lots of prayer warriors on YouTube. Anyway, back to your coins. Let's go back to your coins.
Oh, we're still looking. No worries.
I did want to talk. I did want to say. So Amy talked about the L. So there's a very strange phenomena, Amy, with Lincoln cents prior to like 1969 when they changed the master hub. There's a couple things that contribute mostly to when you see the L on the rim and actually the whole motto, like "In God We Trust," you'll see it get kind of closer and closer to the rim as the dates go higher and higher up to 1969. And part of the reason for that is because one is wear of the dies. Another is because they used that master hub for decades. The master hub that creates all of the master die, the working hub, then to the working die. They used that master hub for decades. And as they did, it wore out and the devices got closer and closer to the edge, to the rim. And it's not an error and it's totally normal. You do see people saying things like, oh, it's an L on the rim error. No, it's a worn out master hub or a worn out die or a combination of both. So it is nothing.
Ashes. Ashes is a member for 6 months. Ashes, thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate you. And by the way, Ashes, don't forget to keep an eye out for that 20-cent piece. If you happen to see something, holler at me, let me know. And Big Red, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Yes, that is in fact the amazing Paula Bloom talking on panel.
Where is he? I don't see him. Hang on, I need to.
He's in the other chat.
Maybe I blocked him. I'm just kidding.
What's going on, Bill? How you doing, Brooke Stacker?
My sweetheart.
Good to see you guys. Bill says, Paul, I have a question. Why are the dates fatter on the 67 and 68 pennies? Changes in design elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Lots of wearing on the dies and just like 66, the date's horrible on 66. They just changed the design and yeah, it's really bad. So a good way to see this change that they did is to take a 1968 and a 1969 and put them side by side and compare it, and you will see the drastic difference, because that's when they changed that master hub out. And I know I've got that 50-pack smoker voice right now. Actually, it's gotten worse. Well, it's gotten worse since I quit smoking like 3.5 years ago, but it's gotten worse since I had my thyroid out. So whatever. I think I got a little bit of something paralyzed. EC pulled me out. Aw, thanks, EC, for doing that. I love you, Red.
What's going on, EC? I did see you come in. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing well.
I miss you tons.
Again, a common feature on the back of this is that little die chip there on that last column. Unfortunately, that doesn't signify anything special on this particular coin. Sometimes you can see those in wheat cents on like the N of one or United, and that usually is a marker for a couple different varieties, but unfortunately in this one, it is not.
It's just a cool little die chip.
It's just a thing.
Yeah. Just a vulnerable area on the die.
So EC, I've got like 8 more dimes to send you with some names. I'll be getting that out tomorrow.
Dime time.
Dime time challenge. I have such a hard time with the eyes. I have to rotate it almost all the way around.
Yeah.
Not seeing any. Oh, excuse me.
I'm going to end up on my head because I'm following that coin around as you're turning it.
Oh, sorry.
If you guys can see me, you'll see I'm like, I'm like turning my head. I got to quit doing that.
Yeah, so here's a great example. So you see the T looking this way. And if I rotate this, it looks like something appears off to the side of that T. But it's just a little bit of a strike. It makes it look like there's something there. And why that would matter is because there is a double die with an extra portion of a T there, but that is not it. The more I rotate it, it disappears. It's only in one spot, and that's because there's that little ding there, and when I shine the light on it, it appears. Again, that's another reason why you want to make sure that you're kind of rotating the coins. If I see anything, that is really nice, I'll zoom in for you so you can see it a little bit better. I don't want to look at the coin too close because then you miss. Ooh, matter of fact, I think that's something
under that L.
Say again?
No. Never mind.
Yeah, you saw that too?
Mm-hmm. Never mind.
Nope. Doesn't
EC
look like
said
it.
there are 1,063 dimes. That's crazy.
Rotate this back. So again, you see that little mark right there? That's where it looked like the extra stuff on the bottom of the L.
Yeah.
But
I think it's just a booger.
yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything when I come this way.
This movie looks like grease. It's probably like a little wax or something. It's just debris.
Wax on, wax off.
Debris.
Debris. Like
Have you seen
hubris.
that comedian that does that? He's like from England and he does that. He does a
Sarah.
skit about, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Jeff and Geoff.
Yes, he does the skit
Yes,
about the silent letters.
yeah.
The silent letters. I love that. That's
Yeah, he's like, this is Stuart and Stewart.
Stuart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great skit. All right, EC, have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Hope you have a good night, brother.
Bye, EC.
Broke Stacker came over. Again, I'm trying to watch chat as well. If you have a question, type in all caps so that I can capture. That thing's been beat up. Can't tell what that is at all. So far, nothing. Hopefully, we find something. Haven't found anything in the last few days.
Well, that's peculiar.
A hit?
Something.
I'm not sure. What is that?
Stuff. Do you have a wooden toothpick?
Not with me. I have a pencil.
Well, don't use a pencil.
I'm not sure what that is.
Use a pencil, you'll write on it. It's a wooden toothpick or a rose thorn or something.
Oh yeah, I keep rose thorns in my office.
I know, we all should keep rose thorns on our desk. No, I don't think it's nothing.
I think it's just damage.
The inside of that 3 has me curious, but curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah, I'm going to set that aside. I don't know exactly what that is. We'll come back and look at that one later. Yep. Nothing on this one, clearly. Look at that mint mark a little bit. I need to give myself a little bit better item.
Did you say these came out of a roll?
Yep. I think it was somebody created a roll.
Yeah.
They didn't take very good care of these.
There's some good markers on that. You can see if you can match any of the other coins to that die. There's some good markers on that one.
Yeah, lots of great late die state. Ooh, nasty green.
Diabrasion.
Let's see. Sorry.
You're fine.
Well, I'm trying not to move too much.
It's fine.
Not seeing anything there. I'm trying to be slow and deliberate. Yeah, all of them have something above the date. They're a little bit different. There's definitely been a couple different dies in this. Not seeing anything on that one. The one was definitely late die state.
Eric had a good day today. Did he find lots of good stuff?
A lot of stuff. I came in a little bit late.
Okay, thank you, Red. Yeah, message me later.
All right, Red. Good to see you, man. Try not to be such a stranger. Hop in, say hi, and check in from time to time. I
did see on that 57D roll that he found quite a few RPMs on that.
I think there were like 35 of 50 coins.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty heavy find. All right, sounds good, Big Red. Take care. Bill says, have a good night.
Bill 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep. Speaking of, you know, why 4 was afraid of 5?
You what?
You know why 5 was afraid of 6?
Because 7, 8, 9?
Yep, exactly.
7, 8, 9. I'm gonna eat another. Oh, look at this, the peelers.
I'm looking forward to the 63s, the Philadelphia, because there's some really nice. Ooh, what's under there? All right, that might be something there. I have to look that up. Over here and look at this. And again, folks, if you guys happen to see something that I'm not seeing, say something, please. 13 and 14, yeah. Not seeing any RPMs. Nothing in trust. Nothing in we. Trying to figure out what's. There's something underneath that L? I can't tell.
I don't think so.
Hard to tell with that late dye state. I think it's just that water spot. I don't think that's anything there. Doesn't look like it.
On.
Ooh, this is a lovely coin. Look at that. Ooh.
Oh, Booker.
Yeah, these clearly were not stored very well.
I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. I got a DDR designation on my Stone Mountain half submission. Should a DDR, huh?
Oh, nice.
Or a you got a DDR or a DDO? Stone Mountain has a nice DDO.
It's always nice to find stuff. Man, this one's seen some better days.
DDR, huh?
He looks a little bit. No, it's just dye state. Not seeing much of anything. Hopefully we find more. And again, I don't know this roll. Like I said, when I bought this roll, it was supposed to be a straight 63 Philly. Unfortunately, there were a lot of these Denvers put in. So either they had already gone through it, found some stuff, and then just filled it with. What in the hell is going on there? There's a lot of junk on these coins.
DDR, huh? I am not familiar with any DDR on a Stone Mountain. That's interesting. Who did you send it to Annex?
It says DD reverse.
Well, it says D. Okay, that's not a designation I'm familiar with. Who put DD reverse? What grading company? Annex put DD reverse. Oh, interesting.
I've never seen the DD reverse.
I have never seen that DDR designated as DD reverse. But
outstanding.
I also wouldn't put anything past any of them. So.
All right.
Yeah, there's no like major variety for it. So
Cherise Gardner, thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I have to adjust really quickly. Maybe it's an error. Yeah, I don't know. No. Hey, what's up, Jackknife? Not seeing anything on that one. Let's go back to the reverse here.
I keep having to catch up on your stream.
Oh, for lagging?
Yeah.
I will rework this and
It's okay.
get a little bit better setup. The setup on the Stream or the Streamlabs side is nice. You can see the coin clear. You get, I'm over off to the left, so just a hint of who I am. But it's the coin.
All kinds of things on eBay, Invisible River Ranch, that are not what they say they are. So I am just not familiar with any double die reverses on the Stone Mountain. And I know there's not any known that I'm aware of.
And these things are
like
nasty.
Listed varieties, listed double die reverses. Probably machine doubling, ejection doubling.
Maybe.
If and I had to guess.
Especially if you can't find the designation, somebody has given it their own designation.
Somebody has, yeah.
Yep. Which happens a lot online.
Annex.
And it might be a counter. Or hold on, you just sent it for grading? Is that what you said? I got a DDR designation on my Stone Mountain house. Submission should be here Wednesday. Yeah, so he sent it into Annex. It wasn't they didn't buy it there.
No, Invisible River Ranch is saying there are listed ones on eBay.
Oh, I didn't see that. I missed that in chat.
I'm going to go to Wexler and see if he has any.
All right. Well, if you guys are new here, make sure you do me a favor. Put something in chat. Here in just a few moments, I'm going to enter a command into chat, and I'm going to draw a couple names. The names are going to be entered into Everyday Opportunities Dime Time Challenge.
Yay.
And I'm going to jot your name down. So for those of you who don't know what that is, you submit a dime. In this case, it's going to be a Mercury dime. And they draw a name. And there's going to be 3 whiskey bottles full of silver dimes. And there's going to be 1 winner. And so if you're the fortunate one to get it, then you have a whole lot of silver. And so instead of giving somebody just a regular dime, I want to make sure that I give people the opportunity to win something even better. There are a couple rules. Number 1, you got to be 18. Number 2, unless specifically coordinated with EC, you have to be in the continental United States. One of the major issues with that, and actually we can talk about this now. Yeah, people are putting a lot of things in there, so you won't see this very well. But let's move that out of the way. These are my I've got bags and bags and bags of dimes that are going to this. So I'll be submitting those, but I'll be drawing for a name here in just a few moments. So make sure that you are putting stuff in chat, because if you're in here and you're not chatting, it won't pick you up.
Sent message. Okay, Jack, let me look. Yeah, hang on. My tablet's being really stupid.
I'm actually kind of surprised that I haven't seen Eric pop in.
DD reverse. Yeah, they got it wrong. They got that one wrong.
Say that again.
I said they got that wrong.
What are you referencing?
Jack found one on. It actually looks like more like dye deterioration, Jack. But he found one that Annex. It's funny because what I apparently Annex is just making up their own varieties now.
Oh, I
Because
hope not,
no,
man. I have some bad taste in my mouth with Annex after they pulled the um, other piece that they did. I really, really hope that they haven't done something like that. That would be bad.
well, they did. DD reverse. DDREV. And I can't find one a listing for a double dye reverse on a Stone Mountain anywhere.
You're looking at Variety Vista, Wexler,
I
and all
look
that stuff.
everywhere.
We'll continue to
Oh,
look. Maybe they have something. Maybe they found something. It'd be cool if it was a real thing, but new. I can't imagine that they wouldn't have found something, but there's discoveries all the time.
no, there are discoveries all the time, but who attributed that?
Oh,
Because
he
it's
said
not on
annex.
Variety Vista. It's not on
Yeah.
Wexler's. Who gave it that designation?
Don't know.
Because that's, if you look at it, it's, yeah, anyway. Anyway, well, congratulations.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully it comes back.
Congratulations.
He says Larry. I'm not sure if that's
Larry who?
I have no idea.
Larry Briggs? I am not seeing some chat. I am not seeing. Where is me? I don't even see me.
It was me.
Didn't you say me said Larry?
Hey, Paul was here. No problem. Apologize. I'm trying to do a couple things, so if I'm not catching you in chat, I apologize. Enter something into chat, Paula.
Huh?
Enter something into chat.
I'm okay. I'm in there. I'm in the dime thing. Let somebody else who's not in it be in it. Mike Noodle, something.
I see that. What's up, Mike? All right. Found a
I'm
die
gonna say
chip
that
on.
I have serious doubts about that double dye reverse.
Okay, Broke Stacker. Broke Stacker is the first name.
Broke Stacker, congratulations.
And your name is on the list. Whoops. Now the list is on the floor. So your name is on the list. Broke Stacker. All right. And then I'll pull another one and get your name off into that one. Congratulations, Broke.
Bruce.
How you doing, Mike? What's going on, bud? Robert Bruce, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you.
Do you see my nickel up there?
I do see your nickel, but
You
I'm
know what
not.
that is? This is hysterical. Well, maybe I think it's funny. You guys might think it's stupid.
Hold on just a
So
second.
this is my mini money. This is my mini money.
Okay, your baby money.
My baby money, baby money. But it's got a die clash.
Really?
Look at it.
Submit it to PCGS.
I don't know if it's got it on the other side too or not, but because my thing's all screwed up. See, they got all like wonky.
Now, folks, you know when you're dealing with a hardcore person. Okay.
When you're looking for errors on mini money. I know. Okay,
Let's get back at looking at chat and totally missing up my fact that I'm looking at coins. And again,
sorry.
no, it's okay. I'm squirreling myself. I'm going slow again, folks. Number one, I don't want to run all over the place. I want people to be able to see what it is that we're looking at, but I also want to make sure that you're getting a good feel for what the coin looks like. Everybody has their own way of looking at coins. They follow their own patterns. They follow their own paths. There is no right way to do it.
That's right.
What's important is that you have your resources available. Understand what the design elements are. Again, earlier somebody was talking about why is it that the 67, 68 are thicker than the other ones? Well, you should have those close together so that you can see those, right?
Yeah.
So be familiar with it. So that's kind of
Design changes.
the thing you need to do ahead of time.
Yep. Design changes. No, Kim, that's a double die obverse, the FS 101. That's the only Stone Mountain variety I am familiar with. Now, could they have? Maybe Kaneka, maybe somebody in Kaneka looked at it and, but yeah, as far as I can see, it does not look like a double die to me, but maybe it does.
Well, I'll be interesting.
Good night, Jack.
I'm going to follow it southeast, so let me know when you get it in. I'd be really curious to find out information about that. So keep us informed, please. Jack Riley, have a good one, bud. I know he's got to work tomorrow, so you enjoy yourself.
I would love to be wrong.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
And again, saying, it's not likely, it's not likely. Those are just because we can't find it. It doesn't mean that it's not there.
Well, I looked at the one that's listed on eBay, and if it's the same or similar to that one definitely does not, it looks like dieware to me, but yep, I would love to be wrong. Google AI is garbage. If Google AI says there is one, then there definitely isn't one.
There's a lot of things you can trust AI on. Coin information is usually not
one of them. There I got it straight.
Maybe because there's so much bad information out there that it doesn't know what to pull from.
That's exactly why. Bingo.
Yeah.
We didn't submit it for a variety. Yeah, that and that's another thing that's weird to me. Like that they just attributed something that.
Well, hey, you know what? Look at it this way. Maybe you did discover something cool. Who knows? Obviously we'll get to the bottom of it, but
No, I would love to be wrong. I would.
All right. So I didn't see anything in the Denvers.
All the picks are all NX coins.
So we had gone through all of the Denvers and I see nothing. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to show this real quick. I am moving over here and we're going to be looking at the 1963 Philadelphias. So again, we're going to be looking at the same. You see the little mark there on that bar L. The thickening in the letters. There's a lot of duplication in the I. You'll see the doubling in the I there. Again, you'll see the stuff down here. So get familiar with some of these bar Ls, what you're looking for. Kind of look through your resource prior to doing it. And again, we don't have to worry about mint mark varieties. There's one, they show where it's above. So again, we'll be looking at both above and below the L on Liberty. We'll be looking at this one. This is the one that I was telling you back that we're going to be looking at the T in Trust, because there is a really nice one in 63 that has that. Again, we've seen that in 60. Which one was that? It was 43 or 45. 45 has one that's very similar. And that's the one that we were looking at the other day when we were talking about these. But so most of the things that I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to be looking at liberty. I'm going to be looking at the I, and I'm going to be looking obviously at that thickness of the date. But you'll see kind of those three places
Some
are where
of those
the,
listings are proofs.
say again.
Some of those listings are for proofs.
Yeah, like this one. Yeah. But again, I'm not going to be, I'm just going to be looking at the same general items. We see them, we see them. If we don't, we don't. We'll find out soon.
Proof.
Coach, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Always appreciate your coming into the stream. My sister's here. What's
Oh,
up?
your sister. Aw. Sorry, go. You brat.
She's going to be like, why'd you remove my message? Because I'm that way.
Aw.
Good to see you.
Glad she's here. A glorious Labor Day. Making spaghetti and meatballs. On top of spaghetti, I'll cover cheese. Some of my poor meatballs. Somebody sing.
All right. Downey, you are not in the wrong chat. You're in the right chat. I just took a second to stop because I'm moving the 63Ds that we just sorted out of the way. There was nothing in them, and I don't want them gumming up my mix. So I'm just trying to get everything out of the way. All right. Let's start with these 63. These coins are in much better shape. This was supposed to be the roll, and I think the 63Ds were just kind of buried in. All right, let's see what we got here.
I can't see it because you've got the copper coins thing over the top of it.
Thank you for reminding me. There you go.
Here.
Yeah, so again, I bought this roll as a 63 Philly, and all the Denvers in there were just nasty. So I'm going to be reaching out to the person that I bought this from and say, are you aware that they weren't all Philadelphia? I didn't know that it was a mixed roll. So
if you would have found something in there,
I wouldn't have complained. Isn't it weird how that works?
Don't forget to look at that eye.
Yep. And again, I'm going to be rotating it just to make sure that I get a good look and feel for each one of these. Because again, like for the eye, the direction is going to be here. I'm going to get the best lighting. It's important that you rotate that because you have to know where your lighting's coming from. So nothing there. Flip this over. So Mike, what you been up to, bud? How you been? You want to come up and say hi, chit chat for a couple minutes, you're more than welcome. Same link as always. We're just kind of going through, got to rehone my skills again, looking at coins. Been a while since I've looked at them. I need to spend more time with Chuck and Eric and Dirty Water, rotten bastard.
I know. I'm so happy for him.
Freaking finding a Hanning nickel.
Well, that's, when he messaged me, he said he was shocked. And I said, I'm not. Like, of all people, I would expect that he would be one that would find one because he looks at thousands upon thousands of coins.
That's fact. Yeah, he looks at a ton of different coins.
Yes, he does. And it couldn't have happened to somebody who deserved it more. You know what I mean? Like, he deserved it for sure.
Rotating that T, see what's there, but it's nothing.
No, what you're seeing on that T is Ken used to call those horns. From Dieware.
Yeah.
Horns.
But you gotta walk through it and circle it around. And
Yeah.
he had surgery on his chin.
Did. He's got a little cleft.
Nothing in the eye. Nothing in the ear.
What, Dan?
Nothing on Liberty.
Exit wound.
Yeah, so far we're not finding anything. I got some other rolls. I'm going to be getting some rolls out that I've been holding on to for quite some time. But I'm going to be going through more and more of these. I'll probably do, again, be on here for an hour, hour and a half, go through a roll, nice, easy, nice and slow, and just kind of walk through. And as people have questions or, we find something, we'll walk through the attribution. Right now, we haven't seen anything. So there's no reason to look at the attribution site because we don't have to compare it to anything yet. Because again, you look at the site to get familiar with some of the stuff that you see, but you have to find it before you look it up, because you don't want to look up every coin looking for die markers that might be there but don't point to the coin that you have looking at or that you're looking at. Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said it. I think I'm like, I don't. That makes sense to me.
Paula cares. I do. I care. I think it's a mechanical error southeast. What's mechanical error?
Hey, Mike, did I ever tell you about the stork? Paul, have you ever heard the story about the stork?
I think you told that joke the night or day that you had all the jokes.
Oh, maybe. I love that joke. That one makes me funny.
Well, you can tell it again.
So for those of you who haven't heard, hey, 710, what's going on? Just saw you. Paul, it was the 1939 Henning nickel that he found in a box, a nickel box. And he reached out, grabbed Joe Cronin's book, validated and verified everything, and showed all the markers and everything, and sure enough, exactly what it was. So he finds some amazing things, and I mean amazing things.
He sent me pictures of it and asked me what I thought, and I pulled out my book, Joe's book, and I took pictures of the page, like all the markers, and now you need to figure out which die you have, and blah 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 blah. And he goes, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
He told me he'll come on the channel.
Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a daddy now, so he's got a little Joey Jr. and he's just scrumptious. And yeah, he's their miracle baby. Well, he's not really a baby anymore. Gotta be like 3 years old now. But oh, right, Mike. Yeah. Southeast Stacker, that's great. Congratulations on your straight grade. Stone Mountain is a great commemorative. So it is a beautiful coin, regardless. Yeah, Joe, you should try to get Joe up. He's I think he's got another book in the works.
He said he was busy.
Yeah,
so I would assume that's probably what it is.
Teacher, so and a new dad, well, new-ish, but yeah, his little boy is just.
Well, you gave me the introduction, so when he comes on, I want you to be there.
Well, only if he wants me on. I don't have to be on. I love Joe. He's one of my favorite peeps, but I don't have to be on. I mean, I would never turn down an opportunity to talk to him, that's for sure, but
Oh, he's a smart cookie.
he is. Yep.
I've got some other works um, in process. Mike's actually helping me trying to connect with another person to interview to bring on, which will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that one. They're just trying to get the details put together.
Cool.
And then Saturday is, say again?
Anyone I know?
Hey, look at that. Look, we were just talking about him. His ears must have been burning.
I know, we were just talking about what a jerk you are. Mike says it's a done deal.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll give you a clue. It's somebody that works there is coming back up or coming up on panel.
It's somebody what?
Somebody that works with Mike who's coming, or somebody Mike works with.
Russ.
Oh, maybe.
I have a crush on Russ. I have a crush on a lot of people.
So Paula's going to be on panel like that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. He's way too young for me. But I don't miss any of his lectures.
You don't miss them, or you don't miss them?
No, he is easy on the eyes. He is easy on the eyes. I'm allowed. I'm allowed.
Hey, he's a good-looking fella. I mean, you know, the guy gets more ass than a toilet seat. Oh man,
could get more. I bet you he needs to be picky. He needs to be very picky. I'm too professional for that. I'm all talk. Southwest, southeast, southwest. Should be. I'm all talk though.
You know what we need to do? We need to get a southeast stacker, southwest stacker, northwest stacker, northeast stacker.
Pacific Northwest.
So unfortunately, so far, I'm not getting much of anything.
Welcome, Michael Rose.
What's going on, Michael Rose here, enjoying the show. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. I am a numismatic channel that kind of talks about history of coins. I give as much information as I can to try to inform you. I will never tell you to make up your own, or I'll never tell you what your mind has to be or what you should believe. I will give you the best information that I can, and then it's up to you to make up your mind. So welcome. Hope you enjoy. Go check out some of the videos. If you like stories, I've got some really cool Horde stories like, ooh, what is that? Oh, it's that same thing. Keep seeing that little thing off the tee.
He hasn't found anything. We haven't, not yet, Dirty Water. So you need to bring him some luck.
Well, Dirty and I have talked a couple of times, and he's going to come up. We're going to do some coin searches. I told him that I needed to get my microscope, and now that I've got this done, him and I need to coordinate. And I'm going to have him on, and we're going to look at some coins together. So that'll be fun.
That will be fun.
And that he looks, folks, if you don't know, he looks at tons and tons and tons of coins.
Dirty Water, did you get that link I posted in your comments of that weird circle that you saw on your nickel, on your
Is it in a crop?
Your crop circle on your nickel. I posted a link in your comment section. Yeah, lighting is the big thing. Well, you don't, it doesn't seem to be hurting you at all, dirty water. $6 months. Love dirty water. Yes, dirty water is a good one to watch. Be selective. Be selective. You don't have to be selective who you watch. Watch who you want to watch. Support who you want to support. Just be selective in who you learn from.
Well, so I want to add to that. That's a really good piece of advice. But again, watch multiple sources and then do your own research. Now,
but you need to know where to research.
Yeah, and that's extremely important. So what you want to make sure that you're doing is make sure that you have surrounded yourself with people who give good, reliable information. Now, for me, what I'm looking at here is copper coins or Variety Vista or Wexlers. They are people that have been doing this for a very long time. They are the ones who have worked. They wrote the book many times. What's up, Frank McCain? Good to see you. The Winston Double, how you doing? Yeah, so I'm looking for DDOs, DDRs, Winston Double. Lester042 says, how are you, Paula? I missed the Q&A streams.
Aw, I miss them too. I'm okay. Southwest, Southeast. Well, I don't know why I want to call him Southwest Stacker. And I'm sorry, I am assuming that you're a he, and I shouldn't do that. But that's garbage. I'm just going to say it. You look for, so that is the typical, now I want to be real careful how I put this. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more gentle in how I put this. Oftentimes, coin dealers only want to deal in the high value varieties, cherry pickers varieties that you can see with a 7 or 10x loop that, will bring in the most money. That's the bottom line. If it's not going to make them money, they don't care about it. That does not mean you shouldn't.
Fact.
If you want to find and collect tiny little die chips, then you do it and you have fun doing it. To me, statements like that all they are is discouraging. And I tend to be on the side of wanting to promote the hobby and bring more people into the hobby, especially the variety and error side of it. And if I tell people that, then they are never going to find stuff and they're just going to get discouraged and they're just going to leave the hobby. If you are only looking for those major varieties, you are going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate something that was stated. Stirring the pot for clicks, that's all he's about. That's it. There was a conversation, I won't go into details, but it's basically, why in the world would you want to work with them when I can get you to reach way more people?
Yes.
Right? And that's all it's about with him. And I'm not saying that the person's not knowledgeable, but this has become a pocketbook issue than it does anything else.
It does. And
Winston Double, if the coins are all OBW rolls, then you'll most likely get the same die pair. This is not an OBW roll, Winston. This is something, I bought it as a 63 Philly roll, and it came hodgepodge mixed with 63Ds as well. This is a shrink wrapped roll. I don't know if somebody's cherry picked these or not. It's just something that I grabbed to kind of go through because I haven't had a coin scope for a while. Wanted to kind of get back into it, need to re-hone my skills. So I just happened to grab this one. When I start getting a little bit back into this and doing a little bit better,
Good Southeast stacker.
then I will start pulling out some of the nicer ones and doing some of that. I got some really nice 60D rolls. Lincoln got hit in the face with something.
That's right, dirty water coins. And I'll tell you another thing about that too, along those lines, dirty water coins, is you will see that there are trends. There are trends in anything in this hobby, but error coins and varieties and things like that, they go through peaks and valleys. One month, laminations will be the hot item, right? They sell like hotcakes. The next month, nobody wants them. So they go through these ups and downs. So, but one thing I did want to touch on that Winston Double said is that in an OBW roll, you're not going to find just a single die pair. You will, if it's a true OBW roll, you'll typically find only a couple, 3, 4, 5 die pairs. But now Chuck he's gone through a lot more coins than I have, but I haven't ever heard of somebody finding all the same die pair in an OBW roll. He may have,
but he actually stated that he's never found a single roll with all one die pair.
All one die pair, yeah.
There's always been 1 or 2 coins that stood out in the mix that were different.
Typically, you will have, not a lot of different die pairings, but there will be more than one.
Now,
you will find the same die pairings.
I don't know if that applies for mint wrapped rolls.
Yes, because so there are several striking chambers going on at the same time.
Right.
And especially early on, when they had the striking chambers that had 2, 3, 4 die pairs, going at the same time in the same striking chamber. All of those coins are put into the same ballistic bags. They just get dumped in the same ballistic bags. So they get mixed up, they get shipped off to the Federal Reserve, and then they get rolled. So to have just a single die pair in a roll would be extremely uncommon. But to have one that has 2 or 3, not uncommon. $180. So Indian head cents, especially like 1864, that's a common date for all denominations. To have 180-degree die rotations on earlier coins, not super uncommon. In fact, there are actually die pairs of 2-cent coins, 1864. There's actually one die pairings that it's normal for it to have a 180-degree die rotation. 90-degree die rotation on them is actually more uncommon than a 180-degree die rotation.
The Winston Double, where are you from?
Yeah, so if you can go to, I think you can go to PCGS CoinFacts and look up the 1864 2-cent, and you actually can get information on that specific. I know there's one specific die pair. There may be 2 that 180-degree die rotation is the normal setup for it. It was just set up that way.
Dude, Vancouver's beautiful, dude. Or, ma'am, I guess I should have said dude. Beautiful area. I just did the same thing. Self-attribution. Everybody's a man. That's not a good thing to do.
Good. Alabama scientists ghosted.
Not seeing anything on any of these coins. That's so sad. I have to find something else.
Addition with errors to be graded on. Robert Bruce, it all depends on the type of error. It all depends on the error. I'll tell you that most coins are not worth sending in to be graded. And error coins especially, error people are strange. We are a strange breed.
Amen. Preach it, sister.
We are a strange breed. We actually prefer our coins raw. So if it is a really nice error and it's an obvious error and everything else, save your money and pocket that. If you want to sell it, pocket that money instead of paying PCGS to tell you something and to put it in a plastic slab or annex or whoever you send it to. That's money that you can put in your pocket instead of, I know I am very strange. I am strange. We like our Fidos.
Well, and again, folks, just because you have a coin that's nice,
copper people are strange too. That is true.
Just because you have a coin that's nice doesn't mean it deserves to be graded.
That's right.
Right. So a lot of people will grade. We have a really, really good friend who likes to grade everything. And that's their thing. And that's absolutely fine if that's what you want to do. But one thing about the channel, and again, I learned this from Paula and from other people, and this is that if you are going to spend your money wisely, right? And try to find reasons or find coins that deserve to be done, right? And again, it goes back to, Coach's Magic. One of the funnest streams I've ever had in my life was brought up with a coin, and we tried to authenticate it. It turned out to be an authentic 1795 half cent. Freaking phenomenal coin. That question was, should I grade it? I'm like, well, hell yeah, send it off for verification. That's a really nice coin. But for the most part, you don't really need to. Now, if you want to, again, it's up to you. What you'll find here is that we give you the information so that you can make up your mind. That's it. Winston Double, I had to sub you guys. You actually know what you're talking about. Hell, okay. If I get no other compliments the rest of the time I stream, thank you. We try, right? Really try. I want to make sure that we provide the best information. And Paula can validate this. If I post something and it's wrong, I will take that video down. I will delete a live stream because it really is about making sure you guys have the best information. So thank you, Winston.
Dirty Water, I put a link in the chat.
Good die marker there.
I put that link. That was the link that I put in there. So I'm not a moderator on your channel, so it's probably why it probably wouldn't let me post the link. It probably wouldn't let me post the link in his comments. I wasn't sure how that works. I know that if you're not a moderator, you can't post links in chat, but I didn't know if it was the same thing in the comments. It makes sense that it would be, but because they don't want people, just any Tom, Dick, or Larry posting, random links. Here, trophy. There. You see it, Ant?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Southern Coin Hunter, how's it going?
Oh, Southern, we may have went on about the same time. I didn't realize you were on. I tried to look ahead of time and didn't see you, so I apologize. I've been on for a little over an hour.
Well, you can't, I don't know.
No, but if I know somebody's searching coins or doing something, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to compete. I just didn't see anybody. I apologize. And this was something that like 2 hours ago, I'm like, I got to go look at some coins. I need
You
to.
know what? And that's okay. If you guys, so grading, there are a few reasons to have coins graded. Because you want to is one of them. You know, you get some people that will push back on that. But if you have a coin and it is special to you and you want it in a slab, yeah, you then do it. If that's how you choose to collect, if you want all of your coins that you collect in slabs, you know, it's your money, right? All I can do is just give you my advice, and part of me being an educator in this hobby is trying to save you money. You know, trying to make you money and trying to save you money. That's I don't want people to go into this hobby thinking that, oh, every coin I have, I have to get graded. And then they find out, oh my gosh, I just wasted all that money. And then they switch to sports cards or whatever.
Eric has a really good nickel that is a great example that the nickel's worth $18 and it's in a slab. The shipping on that to and from cost that much.
And I'm going to show you something. I don't know if it'll show. I'm going to try. So we talked before about dies, right?
Yep.
This is that die that that 3D printed die. Let me switch my camera real quick and show you. Let's.
Let me see if I can make you.
Oops.
Hold on just a sec.
So, okay. This is that 3D printed die, right? Okay. So this is what dies look like before they are hubbed. Before they get hubbed and become a die, a flat base die with the in-cuse design, right? This is what they look like beforehand. They get hubbed and it flattens this out. Well, let's go back to my scope. So this is a theory, okay? This is my theory. On that die in the center, it looks like that in the center. My theory is that same reason why you find lathe lines on coins, because these lines are not polished off completely like they're supposed to be when they dress the die. So you'll find these lathe lines. Same theory why I think they have those circles in the center of some of those coins. That circle that's on the center of that die before it's hubbed does not get removed, does not get polished out. So you're seeing those circles in the center of those coins. It's basically like a lathe line that you find on the outer edge of the coins, on 96Ds especially, but in the center. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I do think that is the source of the earring on the lull. I think that's exactly what it is. Because this is a little bit sunk in. So I think when that die was hubbed, that did not get removed. And so you're seeing raised metal in the form of what looks like an earring on that lull quarter.
So Lester, like the 2014 DW found, or the 2016 with it in the doorway. Yeah, exact same thing. Yep.
Yep, exactly the same thing. I think that they are just those lathe circles that are not completely removed and polished off of the dies. Make sense?
This is why it's important that you understand the minting process.
Yeah.
You can make assertions and stuff like that based off of your knowledge of the process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we've only got a couple more coins. We've looked at a majority of these. Haven't found anything in this set. Now, again, this wasn't an OBW roll. So it's very likely that the person that sold them to me could have already gone through and pulled out any varieties.
Or it's more likely, Frostbite, that that's the reason they call it searching and not finding.
Kind of like fishing. I don't.
That's right, and not catching.
Yep,
You're
exactly.
coin roll searching. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, and the varieties and things you find would be worthless.
Well, it has to be easy. Dirty water does it.
Well, that is the exception.
Dirty's like, look, dude.
Yeah, he's the exception.
If you guys aren't subscribed to Dirty Water, you want to go check out some stuff. He finds amazing things.
Yeah.
He doesn't do exactly. I don't know if I haven't seen a full-on search for a while. Normally, I walk through and just go check out the highlights.
It does, Dirty Water, that Wexler's UFO, we call them UXOs or UXAs, unexplained anomalies. That's what Shay likes. See, UXAs, unexplained anomalies. But I think that theory of that die being hubbed and those circles not being removed from the die when they are preparing the die and dressing it makes perfect sense.
All right, you guys, make sure you're chatting here in a couple minutes. I'm going to pull another name.
89 Lincoln said Cud. Of course you did. Of course you did. I had a big discussion with people on Facebook. We talked about that this weekend. Someone found a quarter with a big Cud, one of those that covers the complete date.
Ooh, the big ones.
Oh yeah, one of the beautiful Cud that covers the complete date. I missed one of those anyway. On Great Collections, I was outbid by $5 last night. Anyway, I had a big discussion with people when they were trying to tell that person it was not an error, that it was solder on the coin and stuff. Boy, what a mess that was.
This is not part of the same. We'll see this here in just a second. You want to see something really cool?
Nice.
See that?
Let me get over to the thing. I do see that.
Adjust this. Get back into a little bit cooler temperature. So that is a strike through. See it there? You can see it again on the back of the head. And then that's that 43S. But you can see that really clearly.
That is a die clash.
Yep, die clash.
Not a strike through.
Or excuse me, die clash. But you can see that really well right there.
Yes. That's a beaut, Clark.
Yep. Dirty Water got the counterpart to it.
Nice.
Sent that one to Dirty Water.
That is a die clash.
Yep, that is a die clash. I don't know why I said strike through. Sorry. That's my bad. But really nice, and especially for it being a still scent. It's
so, Aunt, what happens with those 43s? Good question. And the missing 4. And sometimes the mint mark's missing also. So there was a problem with the process on those 43 steel scents. The 43 steel scents, the blanks were punched out of metal strips that were already plated. So they didn't punch the steel blanks out and then plate them with zinc. Steel strips were already plated with zinc. Well, as they were being struck, that zinc plating was coming off and clogging those dies, right? And it packed in the dies in that area because of the way the dies are shaped. It would pack into the 4 and it would pack into the mint mark. The zinc is soft, yeah, and it would pack into that and it would fill those up. Yep. And it was a problem in all 3 mints.
The A, B, and the C mint.
Sorry. The zinc pack dyes, yep.
How you doing, Kim? Good to see you. I think you found dirty water. You should have.
But that's one of the ways you guys can tell if you have a reprocessed 1943 cent also.
Dirty water, throw your link in.
If there is zinc on the edge of that coin, it is reprocessed. Because there should be no zinc. You should just see steel. That's why they rusted so bad. Because there's no zinc plating on the edge of those cents. So that's one of the ways you can tell if they're reprocessed.
Lester, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you.
Cool story. I made it up just for you, Mike. How'd I do? Sound convincing? I think so.
So, speaking of convincing,
I didn't make it up, you guys.
How many of you guys have been tracking the new Engelhard bars, coins, the new Prospector? You guys been tracking that?
No, you talked a little bit about that, though, about they were bought out or something.
I have a little bit of a problem with this. So there's nothing illegal about it. AppMex was able to acquire the name of Engelhard through a company that bought the partial rights, not complete rights. But the company Engelhard has been dispelled, dismissed, relieved. However, they continue to have a presence because of their collectability nature. The company was bought out 2006 by another company, and they very quickly liquidated their assets. They didn't see there's a lot of money in it, so they just basically took the silver gold, utilized it for other stuff, and then left it be. Well, AppMex was able to acquire the rights to the Engelhard name for a run of some bars and the replica, and it is a replica, Prospector. But nowhere except on their website is it listed as a replica. So on the actual coin, it's the Prospector. Got the Engelhard logo on the back. But nowhere on there does it actually state that it's a replica. And I have a problem with that because if you're an Engelhard collector, it's not actually an Engelhard, it just carries the name. And so I have issue with that. I don't know anybody else has an issue with that. Or well, okay, a silver round. But again, it's still one of those things that, you know, again, it's not ethically wrong. There's something a little bit, yeah. It's not a reissue, it's a replica. A reissue is something that the company does themselves. They reissue coins.
Now, say that one more time. AppMex bought them out?
No.
Oh.
So the company that bought out Engelhard, it's like BSHR, BRSH, something like that. And they bought out Engelhard 2006. And through solvency, relinquished all of the assets of Engelhard. They kept the site, kept the name, because if you go to all Engelhard, you'll see all the listings of the various things that have done, because Engelhard by itself is a very, very collectible name. And a lot of people collect. And some of those, especially when you get the right serial numbers, they are pretty pricey.
So if they bought it out,
no, no,
why?
no, 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 no. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
They didn't buy it out. They got the rights to use the name.
Okay.
And so they created replicas. Now on AppMax, it's listed as a replica.
Oh, okay.
But nowhere else is it listed. The only way you'll find out that it's a replica is if you go to AppMax. It's not listed on the coin anywhere. It's not listed on the cert anywhere. It's just this new prospector round. So now people are looking at it. It's like, oh my God, they started the prospectors again. And it's again, it's not legally wrong, or it's not illegal at all. It's kind of shady. And I think they should be required to put the name replica on the cert or on the rim or something like that. Yeah. But it's not just the prospector. They've done bars as well. And no, it is 100%, Mike. It's 100%. Even AppMex calls it a replica. The reason they can't, and this is the legalities of it, they don't own Engelhard. Period. End of story. They bought the rights to utilize the name. They don't own the name. So they cannot issue a new Engelhard round.
Why not? If they have the rights to the name, why can't they?
Because Engelhard has been dissolved. So it's a legal thing. Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot, once a company, because again, Engelhard, the name Engelhard has been maintained because Engelhard is a very, very, very collectible silver company. They don't exist. They are gone. The name was maintained and held because a lot of people collect them. And because a lot of people collect them, they've maintained the right to the name. Now, this set of lawyers, I don't remember the names, I can pull up information on there. Temporary use, not full-on sell. But again, if you look at all the stuff on AppMax, they call it a replica. They are required by law. This is not a new Engelhard issue. Engelhard cannot issue it, even with the name, because it is not, Engelhard doesn't exist. And so they can do it, but they have to call it a replica because it's not part of the Engelhard company. But just like with Michael Jackson or somebody like that, you can utilize, if you buy the name, you can utilize that, but you have to call it a reproduction or something like that. So again, it's just one of those things that there's a lot of people are like, well, you're making it more than it needs to be. Maybe. I just think that if you have a replica of something, it needs to be documented or classified on that coin.
And they're identical to the other ones?
Yep.
Wow. I don't understand it, but
so I just have a problem with it. I know, again, a lot of people are like, well, it's legal. Well, not the date, because 2025, it looks like a brand new issue and it's deceptive. Okay. Is the 9 a mint double? Hold on. Is the 9
a mint double?
No, because when I rotate it, well, no. The 9 is not doubled. At least it doesn't look like it to me.
No.
Yeah. So, Josh, that's exactly the problem that I have. A lot of people are going to utilize this and they're going to manipulate that. And that's the problem that I have. Again, it's not that what AppMix is doing is shady. It's that other people will utilize it as uh, uh, nefarious people will utilize it. BASF, thank you. Yeah. They don't produce anything, so it can't be, it has to be listed as a replica. That's a legal requirement. And again, they should have to, anytime there's a replica, again, when you're talking about the Hobby Protection Act, right, they should be required to put copy replica or something on there. And they haven't done so. And I think that they need to do that, even if it's on the edge of the coin. You know what I mean? Something just to let people, because I think it's just, it's a little shady. And again, it's not an illegal thing because they purchased the rights to utilize the name. But it definitely is something that I have issue with. But make up your own minds. You guys may be like, you're way overthinking that, and that's fine. Not a big deal. My purpose.
I don't overthink anything.
But don't bump. I need one of those little sound production machines.
I have this one.
Is that the pickle?
What?
Is that your pickle?
No, that's my this. I have these.
Oh, I got you.
I have little sound effect things that I just enjoy.
Well, folks, we have looked through this roll and we have found nothing.
Which is typical.
Yep.
But it's still fun to do.
Yes. But so let's do this. So let me get these things out of the way. And what I'll do is I'm going to go over a couple that I know have things on them. And let's have chat tell me if they can see what it is. I'll go really slow.
Cover out, right? I got Ken Peavy one of those one year. He loved it.
One more shameless plug. Oh, and that is that the Coin Show podcast is coming back. Woo-hoo.
Yes, they are.
So make sure you go check out Coin Show podcast.
Cannot wait. Oh, there's oh my gosh, I just drew a blank.
I need to adjust this.
Good night, Mike. I can't wait to see you guys Saturday.
There we go. That's better lighting.
Good light and good night. Coin Junkie. Oh my gosh, it totally left my head. He likes those formative years. 2009. Is that a formative year?
Yep. I don't know where the doubling in this one is, though.
Does it say double die obverse?
It is a double die obverse.
A T and the Y?
Oh, perhaps, maybe.
Yeah.
I need to fix the white balance in this, though.
Big fat. Did you pull a name, Kim said? She's been waiting for you to pull a name.
Oh, you know what? No, I got sidetracked.
Thanks, Kim. We got squirreled.
Oh, yeah, we got discussion something, so that's put in there. Let me bring this color temperature up a little bit. There we go. Now we're looking at a better Southeast Stacker. Check that out. Okay.
Yay. And that's for the dime time challenge.
It is. I'm going to do one more at the end.
$2009 nickels. Yeah.
Southeast Stacker, you're right there. Okay, got you there. So congratulations on that. And then I'm going to pull one more. This one's going to be for my poker chip. frostbite coins, and then on the back you have the great state of Texas with the American flag. And then I'm going to throw in my Stack Collector sticker, which I do with Tiger Stacker, and then my frostbite coins. So I'll do a little sticker poker chip pack.
Nice.
I'll do that here in just a few minutes. So make sure that you guys are still entering stuff in the chat so that when I pull that, you have the capability to do that. Let's see. So yeah, anyway, you'll see the thickening there in the T and the Y, especially on the right-hand side of the Y. That's a little bit better there. So, but this one's mostly known for.
I could see it on the motto too. I'm not sure.
Let me see if I can find one that has. Actually, I found one of those. You remember when we were doing the
one in here.
The coin roll challenge? I actually found.
Maybe.
Actually found one of those. Let's see. I think this is the one that I found.
Oh yeah, I've got it here.
There it is. See that one?
Oh yeah.
That's a nice double die. That's right here.
Whoops.
And these things are so dang shiny, it's hard to get the light right on these.
Mm-hmm. I got one too.
Actually, I'll try to turn the light off on that. See, you can see the doubling there in between the hand right here.
Oh, gosh,
there's that extra little piece.
So stuck.
Fun stuff.
I got one too.
Yeah, the doubled index finger. Yep, that's exactly what that is.
Yep. There's one.
Yep. Fun piece, and you can see. I hate these zinc though. The fields look horrible, and these things. This is so shiny. This is probably. I would probably say that's probably like a 67. That thing is so freaking bright. Such a good coin. Maybe 68.
I got one up too.
They're hard. They don't show up on the microscope very well. So let's see.
See that one I got up?
No, hold on just a second. Let me pull it up. Make Paul a little bit bigger. We'll shift this over there. Yep.
What?
There's the thumb.
Yep.
Open that up a little bit. It looks like a what?
Gold maple. Is this a coin? Looks like a replica.
Gold maple's got jokes.
I know. Yeah, who doesn't want to find one of those, right?
This is one of Coin Junkie's favorite freaking things to search for. He loves this freaking variety.
I know. He's so funny, too. He gets so excited when he finds them. Yeah,
very cool.
See, right on his thumb.
Yep, right here.
Another little bit right underneath it, too.
Right there.
And then right underneath, too, there's a little bit. Right there. Yep.
Very cool stuff. Never seen that doubling before. This is so the one that I showed you was 1DR17. What's the number on yours?
Don't know.
Well, let's find out. Haha. Guess what we have?
275 million of them.
Well, what we have is, oops, hold on just a sec. I hate it when that happens.
It's one of the bigger ones. I don't know.
So one of the cool things about this is you can go back to coppercoins.com, and there's a ton of these, folks. And when you're talking about 2009, Is this Denver or Philly?
This is Flip. Philly.
Philly, okay.
Flip. And then I have the FS 901.
Okay, so I'm going to pull this up. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to show that. Okay, so I'm going to make this bigger real quick. I'm going to make this really big. I'm going to hide everything on the screen just so you guys can get a better idea. Dirty Water's like Philly, dude. Come on, you should know this.
Philly.
And what you're looking for is the various images. And so one thing about looking at varieties is if you are looking at something that is on the website, it can't be close. It's got to be exact.
Yep.
And you need to make sure that the die markers are there. If you have a mint mark, make sure the mint mark position's in the right place, etc. And so when you look through here, you kind of look through these items. And so if I look right here, and this particular one is 1DR number 7. Is that?
Nope. That's not it.
You'll see it.
Yeah, that's not it.
But you can see there's tons and tons and tons of these. That's not it.
Nope.
That's not it. That's the one that I have. That's 17. So this is the one that I pulled up for mine. This is the one that I pulled up.
I think mine's the 801.
Yeah. So this is 803.
37, Ant said is FS 801.
Say again?
Ant said it's 37. 37.
Yeah, that looks like it. Yep. So then what we'll look at is so like move that up towards the shoulder. So move your coin towards the shoulder. And then there's, see it on yours.
I don't either.
Oh yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Don't move it. Stop. Right there. So that little kind of glump, and I don't know if you can see this, that little glump that you're looking at right here is this little piece right here. Hers isn't as pronounced, but it's there.
I don't think that's it.
No?
Uh-uh.
It's off that second piece in the same general positioning.
Go back up to the list, to the...
What do you mean to the list?
To the listing.
I'm at the listing.
I don't know if that's it. Yeah, it is. It is. That's it. But I don't see what's on. I think this is a different die state. I think this is a different stage. I think that's a die chip on that he's
on the
showing,
shoulder. Yeah.
And I'm not seeing it.
They only have middle die state on here.
Yeah, I think it's a different die stage.
Look for. Is that Lincoln's head?
Yeah, let me look on the head.
No, I don't see that. At the back of the head. Yeah, I don't see the die crack there.
So a different die stage. Same double die.
Well, let's pull up Variety Vista.
Sometimes cracks and stuff on the boot. Wexler's WDDR 043.
Zoom this back out a little bit. Okay, and we are in here.
And Aunt said on Red Vista it is.
Oops, I got to be in the right year.
43. Yeah, you're there. Not formative years. Yeah, 43.
What number?
Down. You went one too soon. 43. Yeah, that's it.
No depression on shoulder, die break on the left toe.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, that is okay.
Yeah, I just
They need better images.
Oh, let me go down. Go down through the stage. Go down. Down, down, down. Down. Keep going down. Right there. That's the stage. I got a die break under my toe, under the toe, in the boot. See?
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't have the chip on the shoulder. I got no chip on my shoulder.
I think you're stage B. No, you don't. Do you have a depression? No, you don't have the depression on the shoulder, though. I think you're going to be, I think you're right in between A and B. Because you have the die break, but you don't have the depression. So you're right in between A and B.
Fun stuff. John says, I don't see shite. See that thumb? See his thumb? See right underneath the thumb? There's that little extra there. That's not supposed to be there.
This area right here.
It's just supposed to be a normal thumb.
Hold on just a second. Let me close this off. So it's this area right here. You guys see where my item is?
Yeah.
You guys see in the cursor? I don't think you're seeing the cursor on the screen.
No, they're not seeing the cursor on the screen.
There it is. Now you can see my cursor. So it's right here and right here. Yeah, I fixed it. I got it. It's better. And so it's this right here that you're looking at. Now, when you're trying to attribute them, again, they have to be exact. And there's a lot of people who look at these. Again, Ant clearly has looked at a lot of these, knew exactly where the FS801 was able to tell us what number it is. You're not always going to know this. And so you have to go through and just look. And it's important when you're doing this to take time and just go through and find what it is that you're looking for. If you don't find it, but you see it really close, you can always reach out to Paula, myself, Eric, reach out to so reach out to Paula, Eric, myself, Copper Coins, Chuck. There's a lot of people that will help you do that. So again, it's really important that you cultivate a bunch of options and look at some other things.
Reach out and touch.
I wish Wexler's was as easy to use as Variety Vista. I agree.
Thank you.
I wish that they would update some of their photos too. But again, each site has its own strength, so you have to take it for what it is. Michael Rose,
Connect is a mess right now. It is a mess.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Wexler's is really good. I use Copper Coins a lot. But again, if you're going to be looking at a site, look at multiples, cultivate multiple options. because there are things that will be listed on one, not the other. Sometimes you'll find a listing and you're like, man, this really looks like, let's say you find number 25 and you go over to copper coins and it looks like 21. All the die markers are exactly the same. It's just maybe a later die state, or maybe they took the images closer, right? And sometimes you'll see the same coin
They have
labeled
a
as two
different
different
numbering
listings.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And sometimes they don't cross-reference each other. So,
yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
well, my biggest problem, Dirty Water, with Wexlers is that if a coin is from Denver, San Francisco, I like to use the mint mark as a die marker. It is
So,
typically the first die marker I will look at. Mint mark position. Typically the first die marker I look at. And his photos don't always include photos of the date and mint mark.
that's, yeah, sometimes they show one and that doesn't help you. John, it's like you have to have a microscope to see that. You can see the ones that we're looking at through a loop. You just have to know what you're looking for. The important thing with a loop is have good lighting. You want to have good lighting, and optics matter if it's easier on your eye. But when you look at a coin, I'm gonna pull something out here. Okay, so I'm gonna look on the side. So don't look at a coin like this. Put the loop to your eye and bring the coin up. Okay, adjust it accordingly. If you do this, you miss stuff. Bring it up. That's the best way to see it. Okay, and if you wear glasses, wear glasses.
I take my glasses off.
I have to have mine on because of focal lengths and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I have to have mine
take
on.
mine off. A lot of people leave their glasses on. I take mine off.
So figure out what works for you and then, work that accordingly. But
yeah, they did. Kaneka used to be Variety Vista. But Dr. Wiles separated from them. You still have stuff up on your screen, so we can't see your coin.
oh, I know it's us. I'll push it back over. Yeah, I moved that up so they could see us. Because I'm pretty much done looking at coins. I'm going to kind of wrap things up here in just a minute. But I want to take some time.
Hi, Philip.
And again, that's nice doubling there.
Yeah.
And this is the only thing about looking at things in flips. The lighting sucks. But,
oh, you can see it.
Yeah, fun stuff. And I can always zoom in too.
The tops of the U, the bottom of the R, the bottom of the T, tops of the W.
There you go. So again, just more fun stuff to find. Lots of cool things to look for. And again, I'm going to be doing more of these now that I have my, lots less reflection. The problem with using a coin scope to do your initial identification is that you get a lot of light glare and pareidolia sets in where you think you see something, but you won't. You don't actually see it there. So, Zephiel, how you doing? Interesting. Another coin channel I don't think I've heard of. Well, clearly you're subscribed, so I appreciate that. Do you watch or know other YouTubers? I do. I have a group of people that I watch pretty regularly. But I don't get in as much as I want to. But there are people that that I depend on in this community. Copper Coins being one of them. Livecoin QA. That's another nice one there.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to just bring. Oh wow! That was fun. I'm just going to bring us big, cover the rest of it. And, but, look, I got one that looks like that too. Really pretty. Mine is a triple at W over W over W.
Mm,
Really good looking stuff. I like the little cat's eye looking shape of the O. Always a
yeah.
good shape there. Lots of doubling in the face there.
Oh yeah. This
It's a beauty
one.
piece.
66 is a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dirty Water's a good place, a good person to go to if you want. If you like Canadian coins, Coin Junkie, man, he's fun to watch. He gets all sorts of crazy excited. Has become very knowledgeable. He looks at Canadian as well as
Oh yeah.
American coinage. Lots of fun stuff. Copper coins. Chuck and Eric. Chuck basically wrote the book on Lincoln Cents.
Yeah,
Phenomenal
he did.
mind. Um, Livecoin QA Paula. Again, you have Ghosts and Ghouls, Amanda, Coins and Ghouls. Amanda is coin and card hobbyist. She's a force to be reckoned with, extremely intelligent, does some amazing layovers.
Yeah.
That is a soda, folks. Um, but yeah, there's some coin channels that I like to watch, and lots of really good people out there. There's a lot of great coin shops. Again, you guys know Mike Nodelman, who comes in from Harlan J. Burke. He comes up on panel. And don't forget Jack Riley, Jack Young. And
Yeah.
then I'm being introduced to a new guy named Zach,
Zach is like one of our youngins.
he's another guy that, man, he's really
You got a
really moving.
scholarship.
Yeah, he's up and coming. You're going to be seeing his name a lot. So there's a lot of good people in the hobby, but there's a lot of bad information out there.
Lots.
And a lot of people have glamorized what you can find in your pocket change. A lot of the stuff I do is to dispel disinformation or misinformation. And Copper Al, yeah, Copper Al is a good guy. He's a good guy to go kind of watch coin art with. There's a lot of neat people. And if you're looking at buying and selling, we have a lot of good people who are very trustworthy. Oh, excuse me. Very nice. You know when a coin is worn and you can still see some pretty solid doubling?
Yeah.
It would be really cool to see that coin in mint state condition.
I know, right?
You know, it'd be nice to have some of those. Copper Al says, I'm looking to expand some coin information too. Well, come on over. Holler. Let's we have to do a live stream one day. It'll be a lot of fun. Ben the Coin Geek, Lucky Luke's. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
I love Ben. I'm actually thinking about going to the Arizona coin show. I really am. In January, I'm thinking about going to
And folks, I'll be quite clear with many of you.
federal coins.
I've only been doing this for a little over 2 years. Now I've collected and had coins for a long time, but really digging in, doing some research, really trying to build a network of people, getting connected with Paula and Chuck and Mike, and it's been a game changer for me. And I have absolutely a love, and ask Paula, I love searching for stuff. I love researching, digging in, finding out, dispelling myth, getting to fact. It's just something that I do. So if that's what you guys like, then do me a favor, subscribe, and come hang out with us. We'll do more of this. I'm going to try and do this at least once a week or once every other week, on top of the videos that I produce, as well as the live shows on Saturday and Sunday morning. And if you're brand new here and you haven't seen Saturday and Sunday morning, 8:30 Central, I have a killer group of panelists that come up from time to time. Some of them come up every week, some of them periodically, but the wealth of knowledge of people that come up on the channel is amazing. So come up. I've
Yeah.
been very blessed with some wonderful friends. So come check that out. Cool.
Red book, Robert. Red book is something that everyone that collects coins needs to own.
Don't get it confused with the black book.
It is the single best reference book that you can own for general coin information. Now, with the exception of this year's Red Book, which actually is a little bit better with the pricing, I never suggest using it as a pricing guide. The biggest reason is because to accurately use it as a pricing guide, you really need to know pretty much how to grade coins.
Yeah.
And when you're first starting out, that's not something really that you need to dive into right away, but it has general information about everything, like mintages, all kinds of stuff. So
have a great night, Dirty Water. Thanks for coming in, bud.
bye, Dirty Water.
So, Robert Bruce, here's the thing. It costs nothing. This is an OBW roll. I probably should have opened it. I did crack it because I wanted to see what's inside, looked at a couple coins, and then put it away. If you get coins, you can search coins. You can get these for a bank. It's 50 cents. Get 1 or 2 rolls and look through them. And then if you see something kind of like the one coin that we put aside, I put one aside because I'm like, I don't know what it is. I need to have a couple other people look at it with me. And when you do that, don't get rid of the roll immediately. Go look at some stuff and then go over the coins again. Go pull up your resources, check a couple items, and determine if you found something new. If you haven't, then take those coins, turn them back in for 50 cents and get another roll of coins. If you do it that way, you can search a lot of coins and not spend hardly any money. There are ways to do this hobby very, very, very cheaply. Dirty Water searches tons and tons and tons of coins, finds amazing things, and ultimately makes money in this hobby because he finds a lot of stuff, but when he doesn't find anything, he takes it back, he puts it back into the bank, buys the next box or whatever it is, and then searches it. Now, you don't have to buy a box to start. Buy a roll. Take a couple days and go through it. Go through it slowly. Research it. Find out what the design element is. If you have time, Robert, you're retired, sort the coins out by year and mint mark. And then pull up your resource and look at all the 1922s. Then look at all the 1923s. Then look at all the 1924s. Then, once your Philadelphias are done, go back, look at all the 22, or look at all the, I say 22D, I should have said 22. Look at the 22Ds, and then go look at the 23Ds and the 24Ds, etc. And you do that because then you have the resource open. You're not going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. The more you can look at something that's the same, the more your mind's eye will pick up things that are wrong. You may not notice it, but you'll just be like, it doesn't look right. When you have that moment, when you have that epiphany, set the thing aside. Go do some research on the coin and come back and look at it again. I have looked through coins and found nothing. I got Paula and Amanda on, and within 5 coins, they were like, oh, that's a DDO. Oh, that's an RPM. Where? This little thing right here. That's what that is. Oh, I didn't know that. Go back through, look at some of the coins that I had, and man, found a whole lot of stuff a couple weeks later. So buy a couple rolls, look through them for a couple days. You can do this hobby for pretty expensive. And again, A coin scope is great, but a loop is an essential must. Get you a good loop.
Nothing
And
beats a loop.
you can do
Nothing
one
beats
like
a
this
loop
one.
in your eye.
You can do one like this one, right? It has a little freaking little light switch on it. So you have your own little light. You can look at the coin. Really nice. You don't have the great light source. Paula has the one that she likes. So DVO, RPM. I don't know what DVO is, but RPM is a replenishment mark. Die variety, obverse?
No. DDO is a double die obverse.
Oh, double die obverse. Yeah, double die obverse. Double die reverse. DDO.
Doubled.
I did say doubled.
No, I know.
Okay. Paul, is this cooler?
These are so cheap, and but these are what Adam Chambers and I use, and they're so cheap that you can replace the batteries on them, but it's actually cheaper just to buy new ones.
Check. I like the Cherry Picker's Guide. The Cherry Picker's Guide's a good book. You can find a lot of stuff. And
I recommend volume 4 or
stay away from 6.
Well, no, 6. Volume 1. Volume 1 of the 6th edition is fine. I would probably not recommend volume 2 and 3 of the 6th edition. The volume 1 of the 6th edition is good. But if you want, so volume 1 goes cents to nickels, I think. And then, or half cents to nickels. But if you want dimes and quarters and half dollars and such, get the 5th edition. Get the 5th edition.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of really super cool varieties that were left out of the 6th edition. And there was a lot of garbage that was put into the 6th edition that should not have been put into the 6th edition.
Robert Bruce, when he needs to weigh a coin, goes to his neighbor who does drugs and goes down because
whatever works.
It goes down to 1,000th of an ounce.
That's as long as it goes that far down. Yeah. You really only need to go to the 100th.
Must be must be Oregon. I keep one loop with me all the time. If I'm going to go somewhere, I get pocket change or whatnot, I always have a loop with me. This one stays on my desk. This one's always, I keep this put away, but I always keep something with me because you never know when you're going to find something. And I learned that from Shay Hoffmaster.
Shay.
Yeah, and he's like, you need to always have something with you. He kind of chastised me a little bit when we were in Tulsa and I didn't have mine with me.
You didn't have your what?
I didn't have my loop with me when we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
And he was like, where's your loop? Look. And I'm like, at the hotel. He's like, loves your loop.
He's got one with him at all times.
I'm like, well, I wasn't planning on looking at coins. We came to the casino.
They will pick a penny up out of a parking lot and pull a loop out and look at it.
Yeah, everything. Yep.
No, and I'm not kidding. He frequently trades out coins in the take a penny and leave a penny.
Very cool. Well, hey, you know what, folks? I'm going to wrap stuff up.
Yep.
I am going to get out of here. For the subscribers that just subscribed tonight, again, Lester, Charisse, I appreciate you subscribing. For my members, Amy's been a member for 7 months, Wendy for 4 months, C Happy Chappy for 23 months, OC Stacker for 8 months, Tiger Stacker is an original OG character
He's
along with
OG.
Chappie. Eric Gilead, Brian Feld, thank you guys for subscribing. Definitely appreciate you. To all the folks that are in chat, I'm going to do one more really quick. Copper Owl, Check Stacker, DGS, Gold Maple, John Kennel, Kim, Kinnamine, Robert Bruce, Yoxnav. Thank you all for being here. Definitely appreciate you for all the support. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with me. Frank McCain, thank you so much. Lester, Paul was here. Southern Coin Hunter.
Can I put in a little plug?
Fire away.
If you are not members of the American Numismatic Association, you should consider joining it. Money.org. Go to money.org. It is our national coin club. All kinds of cool benefits. Also, this little organization here, Kaneka. I am an Oregon State representative.
Frank McCain.
If you are not members of Kaneka, please consider joining. That is also an amazing club. If you're interested in errors and varieties, this is the place to be.
Frank McCain, send me an email. You won the sticker pack and the channel round. I'll actually throw in another one of Lincoln sent from Copper Coins. We'll do a Proof 77S. I'll send something like that with you. So congratulations, and I'll just reach over and pull this out. Probably Proof 68, Proof 60, 67, 68. Nice coin.
Nice.
I'll throw the channel round in the back of that. So it will come like this. So you'll see this with the Copper Coins logo, Frostbite on the back. I let them know that you guys, I really do support Livecoin QA as well as Copper Coins. They have taught me so much. Really been good to come alongside and support the channel. So again, you got the QR code. If you're on your phone, you can't scan the QR code.
Oh,
always made me laugh. Why do they show QR codes on your phone?
I don't know. It's not going to focus anyway, so.
But anyway, so John, send me an email. I'll get this and the stickers out to you. Thank you all for being here. And again, I will be doing more of these, but come check out the weekend. And then Saturday, go check out Coin Show Podcast. They're back. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yay.
All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Love you guys.
Bye, Frostbite. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Absolutely. Be well, be blessed. And I will see you guys in the streams.